What you're seeing here today is called the HPI Racing Mini Recon. It's a 118 scale monster truck. Uh, this truck is primarily based on the Megatech Pro Pulse, which it shares a lot of parts with. The ESC looks pretty much the same. Comes with a nice radio from HPI, and just want to quickly go into some things that I thought about this vehicle. This is primarily for my son. I'm not going to be driving this because I have the big boys down here. So this is primarily for my son. The initial quality feeling on this vehicle is pretty decent. Good tires, well stuck. Okay. Nice bumpers front and rear. I mean, you're definitely going to require them. All those going to be primarily an indoor vehicle. Maybe a few short stings outside. Pretty well constructed. Not very happy with the shocks. Doesn't seem to be having any damping at all, so I suspect there is any oil at all. So it's going to be uninstalling and checking it in some time. It's a constant four-wheel drive. You can see the shaft out there. And close look at the ESC. It's certainly not a cheapo ESC because it works pretty well, and you can see the large heat sink on it. So it is certainly built for toughness, of course. That's the motor out there. My only grouse is on this connector. I don't know what the name of the connector is, but I think it's something called a mini Tamiya connector or something like that. It's pretty much useless. But for the currents that's actually passing through these wires, and the battery can take, so I think it's pretty much okay for the purpose. I will certainly swap it out, perhaps for a Dean's at a later point of time. Just going to the receiver. It's a nice one. I mean, good range, absolutely glitch free, not had any issues. And there's the cute boy with the body on. Pretty nice and impressive body. Well decaled. Pretty tough, I would say. I mean, certainly not one of those Chinese cheapo bodies. Very nice. I forgot to mention about the tires. I mean, they pretty much have the standard hub size of those 18 scale cars, like the associated SC18 or one of those smaller buggies, the 18 scale buggies. So you'll have a lot of tire options. That's a great thing, and it uses a 5.5 mm hex, if I'm right. Just going back into a few more things. Well, looking at the servo, well, not a great thing here. It's probably one of those cheaper servos, which is definitely meant to be replaced at some point of time. I think what you see here is a servo saver. It looks possible. I don't have much experience with this, but it looks like a servo saver. That's a good thing, because monster trucks tend to be driven hard, and if that's a servo saver, definitely will take care of the servo for some time. But I assume it's pretty much a plastic gear servo, so once it's off, then I'll get it upgraded to a nice high-tech or a nice high-tech metal servo. Differentials. It looks good, but I'm not sure because I've not opened it up yet. so probably we'll be opening it up at some point of time. Yes, hardware. I mean, pretty much everything is Philips. I hate Philips, but I mean, at this price point, I mean, you can't really complain. I mean, I don't see any hexware at all. Pretty much everything is Philips. But I don't think I'll be doing much wrenching on this car, or my son wouldn't be doing any much of wrenching, so it's not a big deal. Probably I can, some of the critical parts, perhaps I can, upgrade it to hex at a later point of time. Plastic, a lot of plastic here. Drive shafts. It seems to be good. Absolutely, not much of a problem. It looks nice and drives well. It can be upgraded. There are a lot of upgrade options for the mini Recon, which is pretty much a lot of metal, so if you want to upgrade it at a later point of time for some good amount of bashing, then you can go ahead and do that. Chassis, pretty much standard plastic. Of course, what can I expect at that price? Pretty strong arms. I'm sure it'll take a little good load. Some cooling opening for the motor. What I really like is this two bumpers, front and back. I think they're going to keep the car pretty safe, even in my son's hands. So I think that's good. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get it running and then post a running review. I'll give you a few of my some of my feedback after I get a video of it running. Yeah, and there's the HPI Racing Mini Recon's radio. I think it's kind of looks quite similar to the Sanwa MT4 in some ways. It's a pretty nice radio, I would say. I mean, most of the RTR vehicles from HPI, I believe, comes with this particular radio. It's called the TF40. It's a 2.4. Nice feeling on the steering. Just uses 4 batteries, so it's quite light. Pretty much basic, but you have pretty much all the features that you can normally ask for. You can see the steering controls, the steering trim, throttle trim, your dual rate, and a small button for the third channel, although we might not be requiring it. Retractable antenna. Yeah, this is something very nice, especially when you're storing it. Overall, pretty good feel. You have some sub trims. You can check out the sub trims there. I'm sorry, not the sub trims, but the endpoint adjustments. And yeah, that's pretty much it on this radio. It's a nice one. No complaints. Absolutely no complaints. It's extremely a good deal for buyers of Mini Recon, because most of the cars at this range comes with a Adams generation AM radio, so this is a welcome move. That's great. Mini Recon comes with a 7.2 volt 1100 mAh NAMH battery pack. Looks pretty much like your receiver pack. Just getting it charged using my Venom charger. I got rid of the OE charger, which was crap, and I just got the connectors. I just cut off the connectors from the OE charger and just got it soldered so that I can use the Venom charger on it. It's a pretty nice pack. I think it lasts about 20-25 minutes on moderate use.